Boom! Welcome to Pine Can Ranch in Athens, Texas. Before we get into the meat of the thing, we had some really funky weather here in Texas, and in fact all over the nation. In fact, some people got it a lot worse than we do. So I wish you all the best of luck. I really do. It's cars are stranded on highways, multiple wrecks. We here where I'm at got real lucky because I had to go to Corsicana, and then I had to run up to Ennis, and then I had to go to Waxahachie. But the roads were, when I left, it was actually snowing when I left, light snow, but the roads were not slick. Did good. So I wish the best for everybody throughout the country during this hard thing, not including these horrendous fires in California, and that's tragedy. I believe, I can't think of the actor, was actually doing a recording with Joe Rogan. Who was that guy that played on the Road Warrior? I can't think of his name off the top, and then they'd find out during the podcast that he lost his home. So terrible. But at any rate, what I want to cover today is the Barra, make sure I got this right, 250Z 22 caliber, yes, it's a long one, PCP rifle. And we're going to travel around here like so. We'll take our time with it, and there's a couple things we're going to talk about with this, and then we're going to flip it around without dropping it. Yeah, I'm a little off key today. And we'll take it from this side, and we're going to come down here, and down here, and finally the end of it. So let's go over a few specs real quick. Again, this is the Barra 250Z in the PCP in the 25 caliber. Now you can get this with the Veil Camo or in tan. I had to have the Veil Camo. It was available. I had to have it. I deserved it. At any rate, so the 22 caliber, I don't know why they give you both things, but 22 caliber says it does 1,000 feet per a second, and that would come in at about 50 pounds of energy, foot-pounds energy. So, and then the 25 caliber comes in at 900 feet, but I don't know what the foot-pounds are on that one. The overall length is 43.50. The barrel length is 27 inches. You have a manual safety. I'll show you all this in a second. And a 2-stage adjustable trigger. So let's start with the back. This is one of the places I have a big beef. It does have a very good textured area. You got kind of like a hole right here for sling mounts. And if I turn this around, there's a screw right here so you can adjust your cheek piece. But you got to take the screw all the way out, raise to the next level, it'll click in, and then put your screw back in. Now, I need to hold it like this for just a second. And we're going to come down this way. This does have an AR type style adjustable stock. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. You have a safety, a manual safety over here. Pretty positive. You push it to your right, it's a safe. Push it to your left, it's in fire mode. And we're going to come on down. You got plenty of M-locks right here. I kind of wish they would have put a rail. I mean, it's M-lock for it, but they could have put a rail there for your bipod. Now you'll note this doesn't have a tank because the whole barrel shroud is your tank for your air. And we'll come down here, and I want to show you my first beef. So if we were to pull this bolt back and lock it, you have with this gun a little single shot tray, and there's a magnet on the bottom of the single shot tray. And if you can see it, there's another magnet right there. So what you want to do is slide this in like so, and the magnet catches. Why do I have a beef with this? I'm going to tell you why. If I leave that bolt back like that, and I'm trying to put a pellet in it, they will slide down and go into the stock. So you really have to kind of push the bolt forward. Hoping you can see this. Where am I at? Till it creeps out a little bit. See where that's? Hoping you can see it. All right, right here's where I need to be. Where you see that bolt is creeping out. Then put your pellet in, because if it's all the way back, it's going to fall into the stock. And this thing was not firing properly a couple of times because the pellets fell down inside the stock, and I think they got a little hung with the trigger thing. But I've since fixed that. Now, the other option you can do with this is we're going to pop this back out, hopefully without dropping on the floor. We're going to set that over here. And then I'm going to set this down for just a second because I want to be very detailed about how we go about this. That'll sit there. You get 2 of these 10-shot mags. But in order to load these, what you're going to do is you're going to turn this all the way around to here. And the very first pellet you load, you're going to put it skirt down in the black area, not the clear area. You're going to drop that pellet in there. Once that's in, you can flip it over. I'll hold my finger there, and then you move it until you're in the clear area, and then you start putting them nose first, like so. You're going to drop 1, and then I'm going to, whoops, I'm going the wrong way. And so we got 3 in there now, and that's 4. These are pretty common mags. Look out there. And that's 5. We're working around. Not making a very good visual here, am I? We're just going to load this in real quick. 6. Come around. And then we're going to go like that. And we'll move it around. 7, 8. And that's 9. And I'm going to count these again because I think I forgot to write something down. So that's 10. And I think you get 11 there. I want to make sure I do this right. I'm gonna, whoops, that did not go down in here. There it went. And then click it back onto that pin. So all said and told, you're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I see 11. Again, you got the little magnet. We're going to pick that up. Line the magnet up to that, it slides. Make sure I'm doing this right. Slips right in, and then you can close your bolt, and it'll index each time. If you'll allow me a second to step out here and pop. There you go. Sounds a little loud in the shop. It's not quite that loud outside. And there you are. So there's your magazine and your single shot tray. Now, one place I got a big beef besides this pellets finding in stock, and I got them because with the McTivity it came with a tool, and you've got this piece right here. You gotta take that off if you want to get to you can change the hammer spring up inside here. And it has a wrench that comes with it, but it does not come with a wrench for this. I bought some other wrenches. I ended up actually scoring that a little bit. I can fix it. But what I discovered is I literally had to get this off the gun. This is no joke. I had to get it off the gun because if I depress this and try to adjust it, it won't move. it just won't move. It's hung. I don't know if you can see it, but it's hard to see. It's like something drug across the adjustment thing. And it was a little too long for me, so then I had to take it back off the gun, put it on this block I had, squeeze this and lean my body into it and really press hard for this to go forward one click. So between this, the loading thing, and this thing with a stock Barra, come on, get with it. For what you paid for this, that is unacceptable. Now, between you and me, I'm not going to return the rifle. I got it where I want it, and it's shooting good. So now I want to talk about a few other things. And I might get mixed up, that's also in the bag. You get a little bag with all kinds of goodies in it. And in this bag is a fill probe, and it fit right on my compressor. And you're going to stick your fill probe right there in that hole. And if I remember correctly, this is the gauge I was watching. Is it filled? And then the other gauge is your regulator gauge, which is adjustable. So, there you go. You know, I had to send the activity back because the second time I tried to fill it, the third time I tried to fill it, it started leaking. And I'd fire it back. This one here, you got the problem with this probe, and then this non-adjustable, which is supposed to be adjustable, that should slide back and forth freely. So for what this thing cost, Barra, no, go back to the drawing board. Again, I'm not going to send it back. So I did want to point out that this does have a very nice, I believe to be metal. It is metal trigger. It has a super heavy duty bolt on it. Does kind of come back a little ways, but it's really well made. Now, just like with the Crossman Prospect, I also put a Manus 4x12x40 AO scope. I like these scopes. I mean, for what I got invested, and this scope on this gun has worked out very well. And I've been hitting really good with it. So those are my two complaints for the day. Now, I want to discuss something that I just want to touch on. A lot of guys say, oh, these are really good budget PCPs. I'd like to call these middle of the road PCPs because, you know, I bought, I don't remember what that was. Well, I think it was a Game or something. And I got that one for like $200 some odd and never had a problem with it. I act flawless. To me, that's budget. These things that run 400, 448, sort of like the Prospect, get up there in that range. I call that mid-range. Then, of course, if you get up into Atman, FX, Edgun, not in my pay grade range. That's the only way I can put it. I watched a video the other day where there's a computer board built into the stock, and you do all of your tuning through that. These are competition guys off the top, competition shooters. Yeah, you tune the gun right there in the computer board, and I'm like, wow, smart gun, no joke. So this does have the finger type, nice rubberized AR style grip. I did read on one of the comments that you could not swap this out with an AR grip. So I guess if you take this grip off, you can't go down to your local sporting goods store and get an AR one and put it on it. This is a Weaver type rail, quite a ways down it. Like I said, you got M blocks down it, down on the bottom. Stock seems like it's pretty heavy duty. So aside from those two complaints, I like the results I'm getting from it. I did several shots before I came over here to do the shooting review, or the tabletop review, and I had some problems with the trigger not activating. But now that I've shaken out the pellets, after I finally got this off, and it was on her tight as I'll get out, now it's not doing that. So, and then your inability to adjust this freely. That's my biggest beef. So, that being said, I'm going to charge this back up. I don't think I'm very low. Let me take a look real quick, because I don't remember. I probably put about maybe 20 shots out of it. Yeah, it won't take much to goose it back up. But I'm going to charge it back up, and then what I'm probably going to do is, since I want to try a variety of pellets through it to see how they respond and see how pellet finicky it might be, I'll use a single shot tray. When I get down to, if I figure out which one I like, I'll make a separate video where I go to my box further out. I'll probably just put the mag in it, and we'll rock and roll that way. I think that'd be the way to go about it. But this way here, I can put the single shot tray back in it, and then I can say, well, okay, I'm gonna hit this with this pellet, and then I'm gonna hit this, and then I'll tell you when I go to the next pellet, and then we can see if it's pellet friendly, or if it's finicky, or what it is. Bear in mind, I do these on my phone, so I have to run back and forth. Good exercise. I'm starting to get thin again. Whatever. But so I just want to share that with you, let you see what it looks like. The way I've got it set up now, it sets up, to the way I like it. I don't have to lean way forward to get to my scope. And this is a mill dot type scope. And you have an adjustment here. You have an adjustment here. You have the AO adjustment. And I'll show you this real quick. This is the kind of scope you don't need to carry a dime around with you. It just tells you up, down, here, there. I got some UDG mounts on here. I've had really good luck with those. Got them locked down, and we're good to go. So we'll put together a shooting review, and then we'll see how it turns out. I might have to make a few scope adjustments when it comes down to our infamous exploding pickle bottles. And somebody asked me a long time ago, how do you do that? Well, I actually just buy the pickle bottles. I used to carry those around in the summer in case I got overheated a little bit, but I just cut the label off, and then I put a little bit of red food coloring or red Kool-Aid, that's little squeeze bottles, and then I just rock an Alka-Seltzer, break one in half and drop it down or cap it up real quick, and that's how you make the little pickle bottles that fly that my girlfriend loves to hit. She just laughs and laughs and laughs and laughs. So, but at any rate, that's how we do it at the Flying Can Ranch in Athens, Texas. We're gonna, that glare back here. We're a good warm temperature out here. So I'm gonna let this go. I'm gonna get it uploaded, and we will see you. And I gotta charge this up, but we'll see you in just a little bit. So later.